in the pass. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Washington Commanders. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand with you. And, CD, if you look at this one on paper, it seems pretty obvious what we might see, because you've got one of the league's best passing offenses against a secondary that really has struggled to defend the pass this season.
And I certainly hope that they are ready to go in the secondary for this one, because I certainly don't expect them to back off throwing the football. That's their strength. That's their identity. So how do you counteract it? Do you change your coverages? Can you mount a pass rush? You've got to get a few takeaways in order to try and even things up.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Now Jones on the move to his left. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Throwing, Jones. Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Extra time for this game watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in the Bills. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game. And I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
On second down, Clifford, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
To throw on third down, McClendon. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Called out a loss of the yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, McClendon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McClendon. Got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, Clifford, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front, and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down now, Clifford. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw. McClendon. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Okay, ready?
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Clifford. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished. Just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Clifford, nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd and goal from the 6. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Let's go now. Ready?
On 4th down, McClendon looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Second down, here's Davis Price. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so we're losing to the 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones on third down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. That third down conversion good for 23. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He threw touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. We'll look to build on things here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Clifford, 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Davis Price on 1st and 10. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A gain of 3, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. McClendon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll run on first down. Clifford. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. McClendon looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Washington. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Coup for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Jones. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And they'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Let's go now.
A final shot before break. McClendon slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And this, a tight one. A 2-point game at halftime. The Lions trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Vikes trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On second down, Clifford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now, as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Clifford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down now, Clifford. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Clifford. And a very determined run there, as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clifford, he'll take it inside the 25.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Clifford, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, Clifford. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. On 2nd down, Clifford. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McClendon. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down now. Clifford, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, McClendon. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McClendon. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd down, Clifford. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 26.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Clifford. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Clifford. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Clifford, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10.
It's Myers again with another catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Over the middle, he's got Myers.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw again.
They'll find Bateman once more. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. And they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game. So defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rhodes. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Davis Price again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Washington offense set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down now, Clifford. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third down, Clifford, and he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Clifford, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They run the counter. Clifford. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Clifford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run on first down. Clifford. Room here to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team